What is up, everybody? It's your boy First here today. Here we gotta talk about Sony giving you a library of 20 plus PS4 games when you first buy the PS5. Now they're giving an update that they will soonly be removing these PlayStation Plus collection games. So you have until May, I think it's like May 9th to redeem these games, and that's it. Sony giveth, and they now take it away, it seems like, because, geez. Say, hey, once you buy a PS5, enjoy these 20 plus games, but we're going to take these games away. It's like, why? As soon as they announced, they just did a trailer saying the PS5 is now more readily available. As soon as it's more readily available, we're going to take the games away from you. So, this is interesting. Just fascinating. Like, they give you some games, then they take it away. Why? And a lot of these games are first party games, too. Like, I can understand for like some type of contractual agreements like the Final Fantasy, the Resident Evil, the third party games. But a few of these are first party games like Days Gone, the Ratchet and Clank, God of War. These games are like $10. And The Last of Us, they can just let you keep those games if you bought a PS5 after May 9th. I don't know. It just seems really petty to me. At least keep the ones on Sony exclusives. It's like, how much money are you gonna make off Days Gone and God of War and Ratchet and Clank and The Last of Us Part 1, the old one, not even the remake one. Like, they're not really losing anything off those. But that is what Sony's doing on May 9th. They're taking these games away. So let's see what people got to say about this. Everyone complained that they already owned all these games, so it should be no non-issue. Besides, just redeem them. You won't lose them. So that's the damage control, is that you already own these games. Even though Sony was advertising it when the PS5 first came out, we're going to give you all these games, but apparently they just had a time limit when you're going to give you those games. Because I thought when somebody give you something, it's yours. I didn't know it was like, hey, I'm going to give you something, but then maybe like a few years later, I'm going to need that back. I didn't know that's how a gift worked. Okay. No big deal if you have a PS5, but millions haven't made the switch yet for financial and availability reasons. Yes, they just now, like, once again, I got to reiterate that, they just made a trailer saying, hey, the PS5 was more readily available. And as soon as they made that trailer, you get the news that we're going to take away those games we were promised to give out. Doesn't make any sense. And this is why my only PlayStation was the PS4 Pro. After finding out about Sony's rather anti-consumer practices, there is no way they get my business without a major rethink from executives. OMG, a service that was already lacking in value would now be even less valuable. Yeah. What's the purpose of the PS Plus service? The PS Plus Premium, Extra, all the random tiers they got? Like, they legit couldn't keep the games in those tiers. It's just like, wow. That just shows you that Game Pass and Xbox and Game Pass is so much better without even trying. Like what that one comment said, I already lackluster service. It's just more lackluster at this point. Getting more lackluster. It's just like, wow. Sony is just pulling a Sony. Yeah, at this point. Play has no limits. Apparently that play for those 20 games has a limit of like 2 years. Already added them to the library, not an issue. But what if you get a PS5 after May 9th? It just says, the hell with you then? That gift don't concern. These 20 games just don't concern you then after May 9th if you just bought a PS5 after that time period. It's like, wow. Good thing I own them physically. These games are old already. They aren't losing anything from these old games. Like God of War, Days Gone, Ratchet and Clank. Really? Those games are like $5 or $10 at like a GameStop or something. That sucks. Before I got my PS5, I didn't own majority of the games on that list. Only Persona 5. I think this is a great start for new gamers. Once again, until May 9th. New gamers until May 9th. After May 9th, you're just screwed. The problem is they don't add any games since when PlayStation Collection launched. Yeah, I just don't get it. just don't get Sony's decision by those. Like, I understand like the third party games, like they probably got to pay a lot of money to keep those third party games, like the Batman, the Battlefield, the Mortal Kombat, etc. But these other first party stuff that's old, you might as well just keep it up on there at that point. It's like at least have something that can keep with Game Pass. They're not even trying at this point. Why though? This was like a better incentive to get the damn subscription than PS Plus Premium was or ever will be. These are the games that came with the PS5, not to be confused with the package benefits. Put them in your library by the 9th. 0 SSD space, job done. Okay. Better hurry up and add those to your PlayStation library. Why do you need the hurry in general? Like, it's just like, what are they doing with the tier service system? Like, how are they making that better? Like, why is nobody else saying this? Why are they not making the tier service better? Like, why don't you just include those games in the service forever? Well, not just the first party stuff in the servers permanently at this point. PlayStation be treating us like some hoes. Jeez, that's blunt. But why? You're literally removing whatever value you had. I don't know. People, I guess they just figure people are gonna buy the PS5 regardless, no matter what incentive they add to it. Just say, hey, you're gonna buy it regardless, so we don't really care that much. Sony, sorry, can't do nothing wrong, huh? Okay. They hate us. I'm convinced. This is their audience saying how Sony hates them. Oh, jeez. The second people actually get their hands on the PS5, it's just way too coincidental. Once more people get PS5s, do this deal where say, hey, we're gonna cancel this whole PS Plus, these free games we're giving out here. A lot of people complaining for no real reason. If you wanted those games, you likely already had them, so that's the excuse. If you want them, you should have already had them already. Okay. They also are dirt cheap to buy every month when they go on sale. If they're so dirt cheap, then why is Sony being petty and just keep the games on the service? If you claim those, you keep them forever. Why are people having a meltdown over it? Because it's like, if these are supposed to be a gift. That's just fascinating how people just have no problem with it. Somebody give you something that they just say, hey, a few years from now I'm gonna need that back. No warning in advance. Let me just get that back from you like a few years from now. This gift I'm supposed to be giving you. That's interesting. If you haven't got a PS5, you should get it soon. This is a beast collection everyone should have. Pretty much all the staples from the PS4 is on this collection right here, so. Guess they got mad people were paying for the free version of The Last of Us instead of the $80 remake. Probably so. I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably one of the factors into it. What an absolutely stupid decision. No doubt they're trying to get more people to buy the higher tiers of PS Plus to get them while you can. Give us more PS1 games. They haven't even added the classic games to the service. It's just like their subscription service is just trash. It's just like it's so completely trash. But then people will just justify it saying, hey, because it's PlayStation is good when it's it's the bare minimum they're doing on that service. But I think I'm just rambling at this point. We kind of get the gist of it. They're taking away the games they gave you as a gift. But yeah, that's what Sony's doing right now. So definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.